Center with meteorologist Caroline Brown. The clouds have moved on back in and it is cold out there.
Oh my gosh, without that sunshine, we are struggling to warm up. I want to show you what it looks like outside because it is night and day compared to what we saw yesterday. Yesterday, we had a few high clouds, but plenty of sunshine. That helped us warm up. Today, from our Arc Generators live camera, we've got a blanket of cloud cover, and without that sunshine, it's cold. Right now, 50 degrees here in Houston. Across the area, we've been watching that cloud cover move in. Most of it's actually going to be south of I-10. So for our friends in Huntsville, you've still got some sunshine now. Enjoy it while you have it. That cloud cover pushing in from the coast, along with a disturbance that's going to increase rain chances for the day tomorrow. As for temperatures across southeast Texas, no way around it. It's chilly. Temperatures upper 40s and the lower 50s for everybody. Winds are light from the east, but it's still going to be a cold one out there. This afternoon, we're going to struggle to warm up. Temperatures may reach the mid 50s if we're lucky. Through the afternoon, definitely stay bundled up. At least we're dry today, because tomorrow things will start to change. A 40% chance of seeing scattered showers, especially for our far coastal communities. And then Thursday, we're going to start a warming pattern. Sunshine, 62 degrees. I want to show you that future track because those clouds only increasing as we go through the day today. Into tomorrow, we'll start to see those light rain showers pushing in from the coast. Starting off for areas to our far southwest. This is 7 a.m. in the morning. Most of us just going to start cool and cloudy. As we go through the day tomorrow, rain chances start to increase. Thankfully, not forecasting anything too heavy. Certainly nothing severe, but an isolated thunderstorm cannot be ruled out. Most of us, though, it's just going to be a cold, wet drizzle for the entire day. As for the next big weather maker, that's going to be our big cold front moving in this weekend. That's going to push through on Sunday, bringing with it Arctic air for all of the United States. In fact, everybody expected to be well below normal. Here in Houston, it is likely we are going to see a hard freeze. That's when we start talking about people, pets, and your pipes. I'm going to talk much more, though, about this Arctic air moving in, Andy, coming up.
All right, Caroline, thank you. First responders from all the different departments across our area who want to assist.
I mean, absolutely. And they need all the help they can get. Yeah. That fire risk today is extreme. They've been seeing incredibly gusty winds, and they're going to still have the potential to see 75-mile-per-hour winds through midnight. For reference, a Category 1 hurricane is 74-mile-per-hour winds. So we're talking hurricane force winds. Let's show you what we're currently seeing out there. Wind gusts across Southern California. Santa Clarita seeing wind gusts about 40 miles per hour. So certainly is a gusty day out there today. This is why there is an extreme fire risk for the foothills, areas north of LA. That's going to be the hot spot. Thankfully, it does look like into the day tomorrow, although it's still going to be gusty, not quite as windy. So the fire risk going from extreme to critical. Still going to be something to watch, but it certainly is going to be good once those winds start to quiet down today. As for our area, we've been tracking some changes as well. Yesterday, we had plenty of sunshine. Today, we've already got overcast skies. This is the first change of what's to come. We've got rain chances moving in for the day tomorrow. As for today, though, with that cloud cover, it is keeping us cold. Temperatures currently sitting in the upper 40s and the lower 50s. Angleton, 53 degrees, 49 here in Houston. We've got winds coming in from the east, sustained about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And as we head into the afternoon, staying cool, staying cloudy, that cloud cover keeping us a bit more mild overnight. So starting off the day tomorrow, temperatures going to be in the mid 40s. Rain chances moving in from the southwest, becoming more widespread into the day. Highest likelihood of seeing showers, that's going to be for our far coastal communities, areas south of I-10. Otherwise, just a dreary, cold, wet day out there. As for the next weather maker, the big change that's coming, we're tracking a cold front that's going to start to move into the state over the weekend. Future Track will show you sunshine returning by Thursday. Temperatures actually going to start to rebound into the upper 60s and the 70s. That's ahead of our cold front that'll start to move into the state on Saturday early morning. It'll move through here Saturday afternoon. And then the Arctic air really starts to move in. Take a look at this temperature drop. We are going to be seeing temperatures likely well below freezing by next Tuesday morning. As for the entire United States, everybody is going to be dealing with this. So here in Houston, currently we're putting a low temperature of 26 degrees. That is going to be considered a hard freeze. At this point, the only thing you can do to prepare, if you need pipe insulation, maybe order it today. That way you have a few days for it to come in. As for our friends running the Houston Marathon on Sunday, definitely it's going to be a cool one, but thankfully that Arctic air hasn't quite settled in. Temperatures in the upper 30s and lower 40s, winds from the north at 15 miles per hour. So planning out your Martin Luther King weekend, a lot of changes. Saturday, 68ers have just been stunted in the 40s. Visible satellites showing all of that cloud cover pushing in from the southwest. That means we are going to be cloudy, not just today. It's going to continue to push in through the overnight hours and through the days tomorrow. We're likely not going to see that sunshine until Thursday. As for those temperatures, they are cold in the 40s, but a live look outside maybe showing a little bit of a glow. You can see some of that sunshine trying to peek through. Temperature currently in Houston, 50 degrees. Winds are coming from the east at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So not dealing with any humidity, but it's just all about those cold temperatures. Right now, sitting in the upper 40s and the lower 50s. So inside reservation, if you are heading out to lunch, we are going to continue to stay chilly through the afternoon. Temperatures kind of plateauing in the lower 50s. Because of the cloud cover, the one benefit is we're not going to plummet into the 30s tonight. In fact, as we go through the overnight hours, those clouds kind of act as a blanket. They hold in the heat from the day. So waking up tomorrow, we're going to be starting in the 40s. But we're not going to warm up much because of showers and cloudy conditions. Tomorrow, a 40% chance of seeing rain showers, a touch higher if you're closer to the coast. This is because of a coastal disturbance that'll bring scattered showers, mainly south of I-10. And then Thursday, the sun starts to come out. Temperatures will start to warm up. 62 on Thursday. By Friday, upper 60s to nearly 70 degrees. But it is not going to last. In fact, temperature outlook showing the entire nation expected to be much cooler than normal. Kind of a deja vu situation. Last Martin Luther King Day, the parade was canceled because of icy conditions and a winter weather advisory. Andy, coming up, I'm going to talk about this year's Martin Luther King Day, which actually might be a bit similar to last year.
All right, Caroline, thank you.
Overcast skies, temperatures currently sitting in the upper 40s and the lower 50s. This is what you can see across the area. 51 in Livingston, down in Galveston. 52 degrees. We've got winds coming in from the east, 5 to 10 miles per hour. So much more pleasant compared to yesterday with the winds. But I think without that sunshine, no one's really calling it pleasant outside. Into the day tomorrow, we will start to see scattered rain showers pushing in from the coast. That means rain chances going to be highest for areas south of I-10, our coastal communities. The further north you are, the less likely you are to see the showers. But otherwise, it's really just that cold rain showers, very similar to today if there was some light mist happening. Into the day on Thursday, we're going to start a warming trend. Temperatures making it into the lower and mid 60s. By Friday, we're talking temperatures around 70s. Let's talk about that big picture. Future Track is showing the rain chances starting to push in from the coast as we get to tomorrow morning. Those chances staying with us through the afternoon on Wednesday. By Thursday, a high pressure system moves in. That's going to allow for some high clouds, but also going to start to build our warming trend. Now, that will not be lasting long, as by Saturday, that Arctic cold front impacting the United States, that will start to push into the state. This is midnight going into Saturday. That front rolling through here in Houston. Scattered showers and storms not out of the question as that front passes through. The big thing we're tracking, though, is going going to be that Arctic air pushing in from Canada. By Tuesday, that freezing line likely going to be past us here in Houston. In fact, temperatures dropping into the mid-20s. Thankfully for those running the marathon on Sunday, the cold air does take a little bit of time to settle in. So for our runners, kickoff 38 degrees when you're starting the big marathon, 44 at 10 a.m. Biggest concern is going to be those winds coming from the north at 15 miles per hour, staying dry for Sunday. But then look at Martin Luther King Day, a 20% chance of maybe even seeing a wintry mix. Now, if we don't see it on Monday, we're going to continue to have chances of maybe some snow or ice next week. I want to show you, this is the European model, and actually we're starting to see this more and more. This is showing the possibility late Tuesday into Wednesday, we could see enough moisture that...
Turning now to our forecast with meteorologist Caroline Brown. Not a bad day out there. No changes are ahead of us here.
Changes are ahead of us, and we're already starting to feel some of those changes. It's cloudy, it's cold.
It is cold.
Dry for now.
Okay.
But that's going to change. Let me show you what it looks like outside, because we've been watching as that cloud cover has been pushing in from the coast. That's going to be really our reality now through Thursday. That's the next time we have chances of seeing any sunshine out there. That cloud cover advancing from the coast, and that's going to be the same scenario as our rainfall tomorrow. As mentioned today, it's cool, it's cloudy, temperatures really struggling to warm up right now. 51 degrees, a light wind coming from the east. So all in all, just a cold afternoon. Everybody staying in the mid-50s. Conroe 53, 51 out in Katy. As for the allergies, well, this has been really the only great news all week. Allergy report has been on the lower side, but tree and weed pollen both now showing up as low. As we headed through the next several hours, that cloud cover going to prevent us from cooling down. Temperatures upper 40s and the lower 50s. But once we get to tomorrow morning, those rain chances will start to increase. That's going to be pushing in from the coast and working its way inland. So for that early morning commute, primarily going to be a concern for our coastal communities and areas south of I-10. As we go through the day, a cold, dreary rainfall is going to be possible. Thankfully, no thunderstorms, nothing severe, but still a pretty icky Wednesday in store. That's before conditions really start to change. Thursday, 64. By Friday, 68 degrees. You'll start to notice those winds picking up as well. This is ahead of our next cold front. That cold front expected to swing through the Houston area on Saturday afternoon, and this is going to bring a dramatic change in temperatures. As for what we can expect here in Houston, by Tuesday and Wednesday, it looks like a hard freeze is going to be likely. The question mark is going to be whether or not we have enough moisture to support the possibility of snow or even some ice. What you can do now is just stay aware of the forecast. If you don't have insulation for your pipes, not a bad idea to get some, because next week, that is one thing we are forecasting for sure. Very cold temperatures, not just for us, but for the entire southeast United States coming up. We'll go day by day. I'll let you know also what to expect for the Houston Marathon.
Lots going on. All right, Caroline, we'll see you for that. Thank you. Everybody in LA County right now. We do want to talk about our forecast here, Caroline, because we have some changes headed our way.
Some pretty big changes headed our way. We're talking about Arctic air, the coldest air we've seen all season. So let's get into it. It's mostly cloudy skies, certainly not pleasant. I have not been enjoying any time outside today, but I'll tell you what, it's going to get a lot colder as we head into next week. Let's start with today, though. Temperatures currently sitting in the lower to mid 50s, 52 here in Houston. As we go through the next several hours, temperatures remaining nearly steady because of that cloud cover. It really acts as a blanket. Now, once we get to tomorrow morning, we're going to start to see those rain chances increasing as early as 6 a.m. A 20% chance here in Houston, higher for our far coastal communities. This is a coastal disturbance we're tracking, and that's going to bring those rain chances. So waking up on your Wednesday, most of us starting off cloudy and cool. Areas closer to the coast, especially to the south and west, dealing with light to moderate rain showers. Those will be pushing inland through the day. So I think kind of a cold, dreary day, similar similar to what we saw on Sunday or last Thursday. Temperatures at 3, upper 40s, lower 50s, really similar to what we're seeing right now if you just add a little bit of rain. So just slightly worse than today's current conditions. Now, thankfully, those showers are not going to be sticking around. By Thursday, temperatures warming into the mid 60s. On Friday, upper 60s. At this point, we'll start to see some influence from our Arctic cold front. You'll notice it getting windy through the day, and by Friday night, that's when we're going to introduce rain chances associated with the cold front. So our future track is showing those rain showers possible tomorrow. Nothing heavy, nothing severe, no storms expected. A high pressure system starts to dry us out Thursday and most of the day on Friday, but then by Friday night, we'll start to watch as this cold front pushes across the state. Now, that is guaranteed to bring much cooler weather next week, not just for us, but for the entire southeast. We're talking a hard freeze likely all the way down to I-10. Now, the good news is we're not talking about this until next Tuesday and Wednesday. When it comes to the marathon that's happening on Sunday, the cold air will still be settling in. That means at 6 a.m. for the runners, 38. Oh, pardon me. There will be winds coming from the north at 15 miles per hour. So both the marathon and the half marathoners dealing with that nasty headwind for part of the race. Martin Luther King weekend, you can see big changes. Saturday 66, by Monday 38 degrees. There is going to be a chance for a wintry mix. Pipes, plants, pools, everything.
All of it.
You want to start thinking about that now. If you don't have pipe insulation, you can always use towels, but not a bad idea to just have a plan. How are you going to insulate your pipes? Because that's going to be a problem next week. Absolutely.
And it's nice to have that window of time to really, we have the weekend. If you can't do it during the work week, get it done this weekend. Right?
Plenty of time to order things.
All right. Thanks, Caroline.
That's prevented us from really heating up at all. Temperatures have been staying in the 40s and the lower 50s. Our last view from that visible satellite before the sun goes down showing mostly cloudy skies. And you can see it over the Southwest Freeway. It's been cloudy like this the entire day. Because of this, temperatures really struggled to warm up today. 51 degrees, a light wind from the east across the board. It's just been cool. Katy already dropping back into the 40s. 53 up in Livingston, 53 down on the island. As we go through the evening tonight, cloud cover is going to prevent us from cooling down very efficiently. But by tomorrow morning, rain chances will start to increase. In fact, showers are going to be possible through the entire day tomorrow. A cold rainfall, temperatures only reaching the 50s. Then we'll be warming up Thursday and Friday, getting to 68 degrees. We'll start to feel some influences from a cold front that's going to arrive here on Saturday. And that's the big one. That's an Arctic cold front that's going to bump down temperatures into the 20s and 30s next week. We're talking about a hard freeze for Houston. And it's not out of the question that we could see some winter weather. We're going to talk a lot more about this forecast for the hard freeze and, of course, the Houston Marathon coming up.
Caroline, thank you. Well, in
Overcast skies, temperatures aren't going to cool down quite as efficiently when you have that cloud cover. It's basically nature's down comforter. It's going to hold in that heat, so we're not going to be dropping very quick. Temperatures right now in the lower 50s. As we go through the overnight hours, that cloud cover holding in the warmth. So waking up tomorrow morning, we're only going to drop a few degrees. Temperatures in the upper 40s. But it's going to be cold, it's going to be cloudy, and rain chances are increasing from the coast. So 7 a.m. in the morning for that morning commute, most of us just dry and cold. Rain chances moving in from the southwest, so that's going to start to make those roads wet. Plan on a bit of extra time for driving. Those showers pushing inland through the day, and thankfully, just rain showers, light showers possible, maybe an isolated thunderstorm closer to the coast, certainly south of I-10. But other than that, just an inconvenient rainfall tomorrow. Now, as we look ahead to Thursday and Friday, temperatures are going to start to heat up. Mid 60s for Thursday, upper 60s for Friday, and then you'll see those rain chances starting to ramp up. That's ahead of our Arctic cold front that we're tracking. So the big picture showing showers possible tomorrow, mainly for our coastal communities. As we go into the day on Thursday, a high pressure system moves in. We're drying out, we're warming up, and it is not lasting long because that cold front entering the state by early Saturday morning. That's going to bring with it the possibility of some rain showers late Friday into Saturday, but it's also going to bring with it a dramatic cold weather blast. Take a look at temperatures by Tuesday morning here in Houston, certainly expected to drop below freezing. And it's not just us, it's the entire southeast United States. Arctic air from Canada, which means here in Houston, we can drop into the mid-20s. Now, thankfully, it does take a bit of time for that air to settle. So the cold air, really the coldest of the air, not coming until Tuesday or Wednesday. So if you are running the marathon this weekend, conditions not too bad. 38 at 6 a.m., wind chill of 31. Winds will be from the north at 15 miles per hour throughout the race. So definitely going to be battling that headwind a bit, but at least we're not forecasting any precipitation. Starting on Monday, this is when we will have the possibility of maybe a wintry mix. That's going to be a chance both Monday and Tuesday of next week. And this is when high temperatures struggle to even get to the 40s. Tuesday 36, Wednesday 38, lows in the mid-20s. This is why we're trying to prepare you in advance. It's going to be very cold, but thankfully it looks like that cold weather stretch only going to last for a few days in the middle of next week. We're going to keep refining that forecast as we get closer, but for now, stay with us. We'll be right back after a short commercial break. Wind gusts across Southern California. Santa Clarita, wind gusts of 39 miles per hour. In the foothills, the risk today was winds up to 75 miles per hour. For some perspective, hurricane force winds is 74. So this is really intense, and that can lead to explosive fire growth. That's why the risk today calling for extreme fire risk north of Los Angeles. Now, as we head into the day tomorrow, those winds are going to be tapering down, but it's not totally in the clear. In fact, the risk going from extreme to then tomorrow still going to be considered critical. This is a story we're going to be watching for the rest of the week and likely talking about for years to come. As for us here in Houston, it is cold, but it is January outside. We've got mostly cloudy skies, traffic building on the Southwest Freeway, and temperatures currently 51 degrees, a light breeze coming in from the east. Across the board, it's a chilly night. Right now sitting in the lower to mid 50s, 52 here in Houston, 54 up in Huntsville, so a cool evening. Temperatures kind of tough to tumble with that cloud cover. By tomorrow morning, we're going to be waking up in the upper 40s. You will see rain chances starting to really increase, especially for our coastal communities in the morning. That's going to be pushing inland through the day with scattered showers at a 40% here in Houston. Thursday and Friday, temperatures are going to start to warm up ahead of our next big Arctic cold front. That cold front expected to bring temperatures well below normal. Here in Houston, we have a secondary push of cold air coming on Tuesday. That's going to bring high temperatures from nearly 70 on Friday to the 50s on Sunday. By next Tuesday, we've got high temperatures in the 30s. But Daniela, Zach, I've got more on that Arctic blast coming up.
Looking forward to that. A little bit, just a little.
I'm not.
Caroline, thank you.
But it's also just relentless when it comes to that cloud cover. Through the day today, no sunshine has been felt, at least here in Houston. You can see even at the Med Center dealing with those mostly cloudy conditions. Temperature-wise, upper 40s and lower 50s. Right now, 52 in Liberty, 53 down on the island. As we go through the next several hours, that cloud cover staying with us. And then we'll start to see some rain chances by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, especially for our far southwestern areas. Rain chances start to push in. I think for the morning commute, it's mainly going to be folks living south of I-10 that'll start to see some of those rain chances. Otherwise, just a cold, cloudy start to what's going to be a really dreadful afternoon. Temperatures by 3 o'clock still upper 40s and lower 50s. So a similar temperature profile to what we're seeing today. The big change is that we will be seeing scattered light rain showers. So it is going to be damp outside tomorrow, and that's going to be staying with us through the entire day. Now by Thursday, conditions start to improve. 64 and sunny. Friday, 68 degrees. You'll notice those winds starting to pick up, and by the evening at time, rain chances will start to increase. That's coming in with our cold front. That's going to dramatically change our forecast. So Future Track will show you those rain showers tomorrow, mainly going to be for our far coastal areas. I'm not anticipating any big issues from that. No severe, no flooding. Forecast rainfall accumulations likely 1/4 inch to up to about 1/2 inch. Future Track shows a high pressure system helping us dry out for Thursday and Friday. It's not until late Friday evening that we'll start to see those rain chances increase ahead of a cold front diving its way to the south. Now that cold front is going to lower our temperatures for the marathon. I think it should be rather pleasant, at least for those running. Spectators, bundle up. Temperatures at 6 a.m. 38, feeling like 31. Winds will be a bit gusty from the north, sustained at 15. So for a bit of the race, you will be dealing with a headwind. Other than that, though, at least we're staying dry, and our secondary push of cold air, that doesn't arrive until Monday and Tuesday, which means it could have been a lot colder had it been one day later. On Martin Luther King Day, a 20% chance of maybe seeing a wintry mix. High temperatures for Monday, 38 degrees. It looks like the coldest day next week is going to be on Tuesday. Temperatures 36, but look at those morning lows. Last week when we had cold